God made a covenant with a guy named Abraham. He said, you know what? Through your people, I'm going to reach all the people of the world. All the people of the world are going to know I'm God. All the people of the world are going to know my promises. All the people of the world are going to know that they can have intimate relationship with me through you. I choose you. I choose your people. Your descendants are going to be more than the little rocks in the sand. And all of the world is going to be reached through you. And even though they were enslaved, God heard their cry. He liberated them in the wilderness, in the desert. He said, these are my commandments. This is how you treat poor people. This is how you treat the enslaved. This is how you treat foreigners. This is how you treat orphans. This is how you treat widows, because that's what you used to be until I liberated you, until I pulled you out of that oppressive, sinful structure. That's who you used to be. So don't you treat people anymore how you were treated when you were in Egypt, because you're my people, you're chosen, you're set apart, and I'm going to reach the world through you. I'm going to build a nation, and I'm going to be your God. I'm going to be your king. You're going to be a part of my kingdom. And one of the ways we're going to know the difference between other kingdoms and this kingdom is how you treat the poor and the foreigner and the needy and the widow and the outcast. And so, because you're my people. And you know what these people did? I'm going to use a word that God used. And these stiff-necked people said, oh yeah, I know you want us to be a part of your kingdom. I know you want to be our God. I know you delivered us from slavery, yada, 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 yada. But we would like to be like those nations around us. Can we have a king like them? So God said, okay, that's what you want. I'm going to let you have that. And that's why they're in exile here in Daniel. It's because God will allow us to live the consequences of our own choices. But yet in the midst of that, in the book of Daniel, God shows that God is still all-powerful, God is sovereign, and God will still, even when God's chosen people make bad choices, God will still choose them again. That's the good news. The good news is if I make a bad choice, you make a bad choice, we might have to live out the consequences of those bad choices, but God is still there saying, I still choose you when you don't choose me. I still choose you when you don't choose love, I love you. When you don't choose forgiveness, I forgive you. When you don't choose grace, I give you grace. When you don't choose justice, I'll bring justice. When you don't choose compassion, I'll give you compassion. When you don't choose mercy, I'll show you mercy. Even when we don't choose God, God keeps choosing us.